When I enter a class and they tell me that like only 20 of you will get A's, I at first think, oh no, I'm not going to be one of those 20. And then as I'm studying, I'm like, nope, like I have to be one of those 20 because I want to make sure that all the time that I'm spending on this class is going to pay off. My name is Lilly Kanishka, and I am a third year at the University of Utah, and currently I'm a pre-med student who is studying anthropology with a health emphasis and minors in chemistry and biology. So being a first-generation college student, for me, that's navigating a world that you don't know about at all. I remember walking into my Principles of Biology class. It was auditorium style, which was the size of the auditorium for my high school, and there were so many students that people were standing in the back and sitting in between the aisles. And I remember sitting down and I couldn't even read the chalkboard. We didn't have chalkboards at my high school, so it was a completely different environment. It was very intimidating. I went from a graduating class of 300 to a classroom of 300. Being able to get so involved on campus and become a student leader has definitely impacted the way that I viewed college and seen how much more you can get out of it than just coming here for school and then going home. For my family, being a first-generation college student means kind of setting a bar for the rest of my family members so that they can see that they can achieve a college education, that it is something that's possible to them. I think that first-generation college students want to get involved. They're just very intimidated of getting involved. So I think being able to kind of get the ball rolling with that for my family is really cool and really humbling. And you feel like people are kind of watching you, so you want to make sure that you're setting a good standard. I definitely think that my involvement in ASU, the Associated Students of the University of Utah, has had a huge impact on me. My board and committee, we spent 9 months planning the Conference on Diverse Excellence, which was held here in the Union. Just being able to take a moment during that conference to sit down for a few seconds in between running around and making sure that nothing is on fire, to just listen to the facilitators that we had brought presenting their seminars and workshops and hearing students on campus having these dialogues and conversations and talking about their experiences and how it's affected their time on campus was incredibly humbling, because it was something that I think our campus really needs to have, is that space to have these conversations and for students to feel comfortable having that dialogue. And being able to say that I was on the forefront of making sure that that happened was awesome. This scholarship is going to help me achieve my goals as I continue pursuing my higher education at the university, because it helps ease the burden of working 2 jobs to pay for your own tuition, as well as maintaining a GPA that keeps you competitive for post-graduation programs. That's definitely something that keeps you awake at night and keeps you contemplating, you know, what are some things that I can give up, or what are some things that I don't have to commit time to in order to make sure that I'm able to continue achieving my education. So being able to have this scholarship means that I can continue not only doing well in school with having less of a burden of worrying about finances, but it also allows me to spend more of my time continuing to make an impact on students and being involved on and off campus, which is something that's really meaningful to me, and it's a privilege to be able to do. The donors who contributed to this scholarship, I'd first like to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for making this an available resource for students like me that are trying to pursue their higher education and don't necessarily know how they can go about financially overcoming that. I'd also like to encourage you guys to continue this partnership with the Union, particularly because this is a place that has become so meaningful for me, and I've spent so much of my time here. And having donors that are partaking in scholarships every year is something that makes a lot of impact on students, not only financially, but also showing them that this is something that's very realistic for you, that you can get a higher education, that you can graduate with a degree, and that there's a lot of people behind you who have gone through that route of success and want to make sure that you can do the same.